Good morning. My name is Brett Whitfield Tate, and I am the Division Manager for the Individual Income Tax Processing Division. So before we begin talking about 2024, I want to take a few minutes to talk about our accomplishments from the 2023 calendar year. So last year, we processed more than 6.2 million income tax returns for tax year 2022. And we issued over 2.67 billion in refunds to more than 3.8 million taxpayers. We reduced our unworked inventory backlog by more than 13,000 items, and that's compared to 2022. You should have seen significant increases in how quickly we were getting out refunds for amended returns, especially this past year. So we made some significant progress there. Some reminders for the IL 1040, and then these are for the 2023 tax year. So if you are married, you must include your spouse's SSN and their name on the return. If you have received federally taxable Social Security benefits or qualified retirement income, you may be able to subtract that on line 5. You would need to see the line 5 instructions for more information. And again, remember that's only income that you've included in your adjusted gross income on your federal return. So if it's federally taxed, if it's Social Security benefits or other retirement income and you've not included it in your AGI, you would not be able to subtract that on line 5. Attach a completed Schedule IL WIT and all withholding forms to support the amount claimed on line 25 if you're filing a paper return. A failure to do so could result in delays in getting your return processed and any refunds issued. Enter the correct amount of estimated payments you made during the previous calendar year, and that would include any overpayment applied from a prior year return and any extension payments you may have made. You may verify the amount of estimated payments you made using the estimated payment inquiry that's on our website. And as always, make sure you have any supporting documentation available because we may request it in order to finish the processing of your return. Some additional reminders is that if you are claiming a property tax credit, you must enter the county in which the property is located and the property index number on your Schedule ICR. If you enter an amount that you want refunded to you on line 37, you must check one of the boxes on line 38 to indicate how you'd like your refund. That can either be through direct deposit or a paper check. Although if you're a first-time filer, just keep in mind that we will not issue you a direct deposit refund for the first year. So you always receive a paper check your first time filing. Review the entries you have made on each line and to verify that it's accurate and that your calculations are correct. And then, as always, don't forget to sign your return. You'll also want to check to make sure that there are no credits available that you're missing out on that you may be qualified for. A new credit this year is the Volunteer Emergency Worker Credit. It's a new credit that is for volunteer firefighter or EMS workers in certain fire districts. You have to be eligible through OSFM. And for more information, you can go to tax.illinois.gov/VEW credit. There is an application process, and you have to get, be attested to by your fire chief if you're qualified. And that process does take a little while. So you will need to start that by April 12th, at least with getting registered through OSFM if you do intend to take the credit. And then the earned income credit. So this year, the credit has been expanded to include additional populations. And those would be filers with an I-10, filers with a dependent that's on an I-10, and individuals who are 18 to 24 or over 65 with no qualifying child. So currently, those three groups are not eligible for the earned income credit on their federal return. However, they're now eligible for that for the Illinois Earned Income Credit. You would want to see the Schedule IL-EIC for more information, and that includes some worksheets on how you can calculate the amount of credit that you would be eligible for, since you can't base it off of just the federal percentage match. And in addition to that, the EITC has been expanded for Illinois from 18% of the federal to 20% of the federal or the federal amount that you would have been eligible for if you would have been able to claim it, if not for having an I-10, depending on an I-10 or the age requirements. And as in past years, we have enhanced certain verification processes during the current processing season. As always, we are using these processes to assist in identity verification, to safeguard against intentional misreporting, and to educate taxpayers who honestly or inadvertently report erroneous amounts. They also allow returns to be systemically processed in a more efficient manner and to minimize the interventions that are experienced by those who filed accurately. So if you do happen to receive an identity verification notice from the department, please pay special attention to this letter. You may have the ability to verify your identity within minutes through MyTax Illinois, rather than having to submit documents which require manual review. By responding through either your identity verification code or taking the identity verification quiz, if you are afforded one of those options, you significantly reduce the amount of time that's necessary for us to verify your identity and to get your refund issued to you. And responding to notices electronically. So individual income taxpayers may respond electronically to a notice received from IDOR for the processing of their return for tax years 2019 and later. And you may do so using MyTax Illinois, which is our online taxpayer account management portal. You do have to create an account, and you can walk through that process and use the letter ID to authenticate your identity. And then once you've created an account, you can go in, you can pick the letter you want to respond to, and then you can include your attachments there. We do receive those responses within minutes, and so that does allow us to work the response significantly faster than it would have been if you have to submit it through paper and wait for it to come in the mail to us and then get opened and then get shelved and then processed. And it also, in addition, provides you with immediate verification that we have received your response. So you can see that it's out there and you know that it's just waiting for us to work. And so you'll see significant reduction in the amount of time that it'll take to get them processed. And so those are just a few reminders that we have for the upcoming 2024 filing season. We've been off to a great start so far this year, and hope the rest of the season continues to go smoothly for the last month that we have.